But to find see you soon as a true treasure. What's more important for young children learn art learning a foreign language. If the support me. See you soon. I adore doing the shore, taking care of you. Bring it back, butterflies. I believe that learning a foreign language is more important for young children than learn art. I think that art as learning art simulated in the light of control like this, Yanni this learning. I think that I think that's I think that's thought. I think that's learning. That learning a foreign language. That's where language emerged important for young children. Children. Dance learning art, learning art. Just firstly, Young children have the ability to learn new language. Ability, khả năng nhanh chóng và tự nhiên. Zero who should start. Tôi tin rằng là cái này nó quan trọng hơn là cái này. Giang sư khả năng là học tiếng ngôn ngữ mới ở cái nhanh chóng và tự nhiên này. Jill bắt đầu học tiếng Anh từ khi 8 tuổi, có thể nói thành thạo tiếng Anh này. Đấy, secondly, sự hiểu biết. Opens many doors. Many doors trong tương lai như là học tập trong nước hoặc là du học, studying abroad. Getting a good job. For instance, many international companies require employees who can speak English or Chinese. While inland arts is helpful for creatively skill more practical in the real life. Therefore, I think should be prioritized for young children. Fourthly, young children. Taking care, polar bear, sparkies, jellyfish. So nè
Nè cái gì đó?
Sở Đạo và Phùng Tôn.
Ai đây mà cầm chiếu để cấp phép ra?
Cái này nó bụi, phải đem bên đó để mà phủi. Nằm ngủ ngứa.
thì chắc ghê á, mày học nói hát đau hết cả mồm.
This được lắm rồi. For knowing a foreign language open many doors in the future.
Này rảnh tháng quá rồi dám mình tôm.
Mày tính tao bị mất wifi, xong cái lúc đấy tao phải tán, mà tao phải giết thầy tao đã đợi mi về để ấy đấy, nhưng mà máy lại có lại such as như là studying, đi du học, studying about alright getting a good job for example many international companies required employees okay, can speak English or Chinese. That's what I think. It's really quan trọng hơn một đứa trẻ. I think so. Is more important for something to have right. Choose that. There. and firstly, learning a foreign learning for language helps children improve their thinking and communication skill skill when children learn a new language again. They also learn how to bày tỏ express idea clearly and and understand others. Example,
Đọc lạc chiều nay để xôn xao về nó bị chó dại cắn.
xem rồi.
Ừ.
Con bị câm điếc mà. That's what I think. Xong còn cắn mấy đứa cháu nữa mà. I think that learning a foreign language is more important for young children than learning arts. Thirdly, learning a foreign language helps children improve their thinking and communication skills. For example, when children learn a new language, they also learn how to express ideas clearly and understand others. Secondly, knowing a foreign language opens many doors in the future, such as studying abroad or getting a good job. For example, many international companies require employees who can speak English or Chinese. That's what I think. So That's what I think. That's what I think. Think learning Alright. So what I think so. Train it.
I think they learned the foreign languages
As foreign language. To express it clearly and under others. Gì vậy? subjects. Chinese. I think that learning a foreign language is more important for young children than learning arts. Firstly, learning a foreign languages helps children improve their thinking and communication skills. For example, when children learn a new language, they also learn how to express ideas clearly and understand others. Secondly, knowing a foreign language opens many doors in the future, such as studying abroad or getting a good job. For example, for instance, many international companies require employees who can speak English or Chinese. Foreign language, knowing foreign many doors, such as a study abroad. Foreign, foreign house. Express idea clearly understand others. Abort, abort. Reach, dictionary. About, about, about. Transport, about, 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 about. Transport, boat, studying boat. Studying boat. Studying.
Mấy nay em dừng thuốc để nấu mình xe nghe này giờ được
Thích béo mà.
béo giới hạn
I think that learning a foreign language is more important for young children than learning arts. Firstly, learning a foreign language helps children improve their thinking or and communication skills. For example, when children learn a new language, they also learn how to express ideas clearly and understand others. Secondly, knowing a language opens many doors in the future, such as studying abroad or getting a good job. Abroad, abroad. For example, many international companies require employees who can speak English or Chinese. That's what I think. So, in conclusion, in conclusion, in con- so in conclusion, đấy, hai hostel express idea both for many international meetings. Tranquility. That's what I think that learning a foreign language is more important for young children or shortly. Oh, oh, thì mình có thể nói chuyện và thật sự tự tin hơn. Even knowing a foreign, knowing a language opens many doors in the future. Tôi hát tôi chọn chứ.
Trời ơi.
So the best way to live square straight. Agree with me. The best way is to live related strategy having a trip because mm, to go. Can be expensive in town considering not everyone have a financial strategies. agrees. I agree that's the best way to relieve would relate stress in having a trip. I agree the best way to relieve work related stress is having a trip. Thirdly, traveling helps people relax and forget about their work problem. For example, when someone goes to the beach or the mountain, they can enjoy nature, breathe the fresh air, and feel more peaceful. This helps you distress and make them feel better. Secondly, a trip gives people time to rest and recharge. After work for a long time, the body and mind need a break. A short trip on the weekend can help people feel refreshed and ready to work again.
Yeah.
Mhm. Person is a teacher and he always feel hard at the end of each school term. Last weekend, we traveled to Dallas for 3 days after the team set herself for injury and ready to be election again. Experience and happiness. Try local food, took a beautiful photo, and learn about local culture. And this experience makes you happier. This will return to work. Thread we talk.
Gì thì mẹ đâu biết.
Thread. Please, before taking this is one of the best way to release stress from work.
Gì thì mẹ anh cuốn.
Release agree that's the best way to release. Yeah. Release.
Nó nào đi. Đánh thế.
Thread. They can enjoy the sea, take a boat tour, picture. It helps
Làm đi. Rồi.
eating particularly A tip gives people time to recharge. Recharge. A teacher should always feel exhausted. 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 Trash. Instance. Exhausted. At the end of each term, translators felt angry and ready to refair lesson again. Therefore, I believe I agree that the best way to relieve work-related stress is having a trip. Firstly, traveling helps people relax and forget about their work problem. For example, a person who works in an office or week may feel very tired and stressed. If they take a weekend trip to Halong Bay, they can enjoy the sea, take a boat tour, and feel more peaceful. They help them forget about deadlines and meetings. Secondly, a trip gives people time to rest and recharge. For instance, my coach Tarins is a teacher and she always feels exhausted. At the end of each school term, last summer, he traveled to Dalat for 3 days. After that trip, she said the fare for energy and ready over time. Over time, so I feel more theo nhị. Finally, trend news happiness. Let's try the positive picture. Experience this experience makes us feel happier, positive. Try local recharge. Happiness, traveling. Okay. I agree that the best way to relieve work-related stress is having a trip. Thirdly, traveling helps people relax and forget about their work problems. For example, a person who works in an office or week may feel very tired and stressed. If they take a weekend trip Hạ Long Bay, they can enjoy the sea, take a boat tour, boat tour and feel more peaceful. This helps them forget about deadlines and meetings. Secondly, traveling can bring new experience and happiness. For example, when I traveled to Hội An, I tried local food, took beautiful photos, and I learned about the local culture. This experience made me feel happier and more positive. First, positive when I returned to the work. Positive, positive. 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 What is exerted? Positive. About a boat. I agree that the best way to relieve work-related stress is having a trip. Thirdly, traveling helps people relax and forget about their work problems. For example, a person who's worked in an office all day a week may feel very tired and stressed. If they take a weekend trip to Hạ Long Bay, they can enjoy the sea, take a boat tour, and feel more peaceful. This helps them forget about deadlines and meetings. Secondly, traveling can bring new experience and happiness. For example, when I traveled to Hội An, I tried local food, took beautiful photos, and learned about the local culture. This experience made me feel happier and more positive when I returned to work. Therefore, I believe that taking a trip is one of the best ways. That's what I think. That's what I think. Therefore, I think so. Yes, they are very fair. I think researching on the internet is best way to learn about a hobby. One of my hobbies is cooking, and I often watch video and YouTube to learn how to cook. Fourthly, living in multiple multiple countries has many benefits. Thirdly, firstly, it helps people understand different cultures and traditions. For example, someone who lives in Japan and then in France can learn to respect both Asian and European ways of life. Secondly, living abroad can improve language skills. A person who moves to Germany may become fluent in German, which is useful for work and travel. Lastly, it makes people more open-minded and flexible. They can best way. Easily much educated, make them more open mind and respectful as a lifestyle. Research on the internet is the best way to be healthy. Thirdly, the internet gives us faster and more updated information. This means uh, what is it? Find your turn anytime. We can easier find your anytime. For example, when I learned to cook, I found many new recipes, 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 recipes online that were not in the book. Second, watching video online help me learn better. See how things are done step by step. Makes it easier to understand. For example, I watched 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 the YouTube video to learn how to make sushi, and it was easier to follow than reading a recipe. I think researching on the internet, leaving it has many benefits. First, it helps learn about understand and respect different ways into life. And happy. For example, when I learned cook recipes online were not in book. Seeing how things happen step by step makes it easier to understand recipes. Thirdly, it helps people learn about different cultures. This makes them open-minded, respectful, and as a lifestyle. For example, if someone lives in both Korean, Spain, tourists Spain and practice Spanish every day and become fluent. Try China. Benefits. First, it helps people learn about different cultures. This makes them more minded. Cultures. Cultures. Not any respect for other lifestyles. Lives 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 in both Korean and Georgia. USA, today's America, America became established quickly. For instance, who lives in China and can speak Chinese every day and become fluent. More important for young children than learning arts. I think that learning a foreign language is more important for young children than learning arts. Firstly, learning a foreign language helps children improve their thinking and communication skills. When children learn a new language, they also learn how to express ideas clearly and understand others better. For example, a child who learns English can talk to friends from other countries and solve problems in class for confidently. Secondly, knowing a foreign language opens many doors in the future such as studying abroad or getting a good job. For instance, many international companies require employees who can speak English or Chinese. That's what I think. Chinese. I think that learning a foreign language is more important for young children than learning arts. Firstly, learning a foreign language helps children improve their thinking and communication skills. When children learn a new language, they also learn how to express ideas clearly and understand others better. For example, a child who learns English can talk to friends from other countries and solve problem in class more confidently. Secondly, knowing a foreign language opens many doors in the future, such as studying abroad and or getting a good job. For instance, many international companies require employees who can speak English or Chinese. That's what I think. I agree that the best way to the really work really 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 cherish really relate related related cherish cherish work related cherish work cherish cherish work cherish work to cherish release release I agree that the best way to delete work-related stress I agree that the best way to delete work-related stress is having a trip. Firstly, traveling helps people relax and forget about their work problems. For example, a person who works in an office or week may feel very tired and stressed. If they take a weekend trip to Halong Bay, they can enjoy the sea, take a boat tour, and feel more peaceful. This helps them forget deadlines and meetings. Secondly, traveling can bring new experience and happiness. For example, when I traveled to Hội I tried local food, took beautiful photos, and learned about the local culture. This experience made me feel happier and more positive, positive when I return to work that I think. This means that's what I think. Researching I think researching on the internet is a best way to learn a hobby. Thirdly, the internet gives faster and more update update information. This means we can easily try new ideas for or chance anytime. For example, when I learned to cook, I found many new online recipes online that were not one in books. Secondly, watching videos online helps me learn better. Seeing how things are done step by step makes it easier to understand. For example, I watched a tutor video to learn how to make sushi, and it was easier to follow than reading a recipe. That's what I think. What I think. Living in different countries has many benefits. Firstly, it helps people learn about different cultures. This makes this make them more open-minded and respectful of other lifestyles. For example, if someone lives in both Korea and the and Americas, they can understand and respect different ways of life. Secondly, it improves language skills. When people live in a country, they still the language every day and improve quickly. For instance, a person who lives in China can practice Chinese every day and become fluent. That's what I think. That's what I think.